Let's go inside the Flamingo Resort in Santa Rosa, California, mid-century modern gem. So let's start inside of the rooms here. So full disclosure, these are on the smaller side. They're a historic room, but they've been nicely renovated. You can see here a double room. Going over to the side, we've got this very cool mid-century modern vibe with the screen there, big wooden screen. I'll switch the lights on so we can see a bit better, but it's sort of like an older motel style that's then been updated. And they've kept some of these cool mid-century touches. A nice sized bathroom for, again, a fairly small room on there. But really the star here is, again, the historic aspect of this property. It's a genuine mid-century modern place. And they've, again, kind of leaned into that with little touches like this cool mid-century clock in the room. But when we go out into the common areas, that's where I think it's really the most interesting. So we've got the Lazeaway Club here. This is their on-site restaurant. And you can see they've really beautifully renovated some of the interior corridors here, keeping that glass and stone and everything that's kind of the icons of that style. I like the breakfast at the Lazeaway Club. Really, the restaurant is one of the highlights, and everything there was delicious. So we can take a peek around some of the other spaces here at the Flamingo. I think one of the other things that really stood out on my visit was the pool. We'll get to that in a second. I spent a lot of time just kind of enjoying this classic architecture. And again, this isn't a recreation. This has been around since the 50s, and it was updated and totally renovated in the late 2010s so that we've got something that's both historic but also feels very new and updated. That said, if you're there with a bigger family, it can be a little challenging to fit everybody into those smaller historic rooms. And if you're not into that kind of funky historic vibe, that might be a challenge for you. Stay in a place like this. So do keep those things in mind. Again, this pool in the middle, which is original, is really one of the best things about it, in addition to that surprisingly delicious restaurant. So a lot of seating around the pool. You can get something like this iced coffee and sit out there, get a cocktail. It would have been nice to have a little more food options. There's basically just the restaurant. Great cocktails, great coffee in the morning, but it is on the pricier side. So you might want to stop by and grab some other stuff to take and have in your room. But really what you're going to be doing a lot of the time here is hanging out in that pool area. And it's very popular. It was not so challenging to get seats, though. Again, they just have so many. There's lawn games, and you can see out front, there's this classic flamingo sign you can see from all over. The Schultz Museum is nearby. There's a nice kids museum in Santa Rosa. A lot of great outdoor stuff, and of course, plenty of wine tasting. So overall, a nice stay, but you gotta like that historic type of property.